All men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of
If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear.
Make America great again.
The Big Nerd.
Well, good morning and welcome back to the Big Mig Show. It's Monday. It's Rise and Grind. Of course, always edge of the knife on this show. You know how we do it. We go after everybody. We'll cover domestic and international news. And of course, we want to keep you guys current. The plan is to educate and unify the country one episode at a time. We do it each and every show, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. You can find us on Rumble as our home base. Of course, you can find us on YouTube, Locals, and every major podcast platform. So if you're out there maybe on the break or after the show, make sure you follow us everywhere. We could use all the support and all the push. We need as much support as we can get because without you guys, well, just George and I talking to each other like we've been doing for decades.
God forbid.
George Ballantine.
Yes, sir.
Freshly groomed, new haircut. You're back in the saddle. It's Monday morning. What's up, bro?
It's just another manic Monday. What's up? First, we got Schwartz-Rooney who rated us. Thank you, Mike Schwartz Show. Actually, I'm going to be meeting them this weekend for our annual breakfast thing. Our monthly breakfast thing, I should say.
Regular breakfast,
Yeah.
monthly. It's your monthly. It's not annually.
Yeah, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah. Where are you guys going? You go to the same place or you try different places? And let me ask you a question. Is the Taylor ham, Taylor pork roll going to be an issue for this meeting?
If he brings it up, I mean, we're in North Jersey, baby. If it's South Jersey, maybe not, but it's North Jersey. So,
Right. I'm just wondering.
I mean, if he feels like losing an argument, he'll bring it up. But anyway, so I gotta bring something up because usually I do like a little quick
welcome
video.
all the Schwartzites. Welcome all the Schwartz-Rooney viewers. I had to just say welcome.
So somebody said to me this morning, "Oh, I looked you up. I what did they say? I seen a picture of you and your wife. You're married." I'm like, I want to see this picture. I want to see who I'm married to because I ain't married. It's funny. I don't know if they're joking with me or not, but I find that funny.
Married, huh?
I bet you everybody in the chat would start laughing too. What? George married?
Well,
Crazy.
It's not everything it's cracked up to be. I can tell you that.
Well,
all right. Of course, it is what it is. You know, you move on. It is what it is. You know.
There's three sides of this. There's three sides of the story. There's your side, her side, and you got the middle of the truth, buddy.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Well, at the end of the day, I feel like things happen. You know, I was with her for 20 years, and it is what it is. You got to move on. That's how life is. It's one of those things. So, you know, get back in the saddle. I'm grinding it out in the gym. I've already been in the gym this morning, so got that done. You know, rocking and rolling like I always do. And of course, you guys too. We appreciate you being here. Really, your support means the world to us. So thanks to the subscribers, the paid subscribers, thanks to the regular followers, and all you guys participating, man. Don't be a pussy. Don't just hang out and watch the chat. Get in there, man. Meet some people. Have some fun. We got the mods are amazing. We got great people in the chat, an amazing group of regulars. So get in there and have some fun, man. That's what this is all about. I mean, it's not just about us ranting at the computer. Of course,
ranting.
We got to think. You know.
What the fuck you mean ranting,
sometimes I rant. I can't help myself. You know, I'm emotional when it comes to the country. I love this country, and I want the best for America and the American people. So sometimes I get upset. I can't help it. It's hard for me not to take it personally when I realize what's going on is a bunch of bullshit. All right, well, listen, let's give a thank for our sponsors. If you'd like to sponsor The Big Mig Show, hit us up at info@thebigmig.com. We got a new sponsor coming on next month. I'm not going to give away the cat. I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag yet, but great new sponsor, amazing group, incredible. Could be life-changing for a lot of people, and I seriously mean that. They'll be coming on this month. Of course, Genesis Gold Group. We love our gold and silver. We love the guys over at Genesis. They've been with us the longest. We appreciate all their continued support. Keith Height was supposed to be here this morning, but he wasn't able to join us. Big meeting over there at Genesis. They're doing some revamping stuff, and he's going to be joining us. He's going to let me know after today's meeting what that schedule looks like for the rest of the week. I don't know if it'll be this week or next week, but we'll be bringing him in, and we'll be talking about gold and silver and the future of precious metals and where it's all going. This is the 62.2 gram prepper bar, perforated and very easily broken down. Your choice of 3 separate, distinct denominations. You can see when I tilt the bar, it's perforated, so you can just snap off a small piece of payment. And of course, that makes a lot of sense because what are you going to do with a 1 ounce gold or silver token? Get a pair of Tim snips, chop it up before you leave the house. You want to be able to make payments just in case the US dollar tanks or maybe your credit cards aren't working. And I don't care whether it's asset protection from inflation, economic turmoil, or it's very unique utility for barter and trade. It's a perfect gift, the prepper bar. All the precious metal lovers, preppers love it, but you don't have to be a prepper to love gold and silver at these prices. Grandkids, children, girlfriends, boyfriends, husbands, wives, you name it. Everybody, loves to get gold and silver. It's a great gift if you just buy some of these prepper bars, stick them in a drawer just in case you forget somebody's gift or birthday or holiday. You can just grab the baby out, slap a bow on it, and say, here you go. Happy birthday, happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, whatever it is. Exclusively mined and minted in the great US of A. They're always selling out fast. They come with an assay report, no counterfeit gold coming out of the guys at Genesis Gold Group. And there is a crap load of counterfeit gold and silver coming out. Just take a look around, go look at the news articles. It's ugly. Talk to anybody that owns a pawn shop. They'll tell you, yeah, there's been a ton of that stuff coming through here where people got screwed. They've got them in stock. They just got a big restock last week, so they're set. Fit neatly in your wallet, your gun safe, your underwear drawer, your sock drawer. Hopefully they won't go through your underwear drawer like the FBI went through Melania's drawer. Go to GenesisGoldGroup.com. That's right, GenesisGoldGroup.com. Or you can go to 888-526-7154, 888-526-7154. And don't forget to tell them the Big Mig Show sent you. Now, remember, they do 401k bullion, precious metal investment. They do IRA precious metal investment. If you just want to buy some bulk precious metals because you don't like what's going on with the economy, you're nervous about the stock market, or you're getting a fewer years on, you're thinking, hey, I think I want to move more money in. They can give you discounts on large bullion purchases. You're going to want to talk to Keith Hite directly. So if you decide you want to do a big purchase, talk to him at 888-526-7154 and ask for Keith Hite. He's the guy you want to let him know, and let him know we sent you over. GenesisGoldGroup.com.
Break me off a piece of that prepper bar.
All right.
All right, what?
If this doesn't the straw that's going to break the camel's back, I've said it. George has said it. I don't want to be a broken record, but I'm going to say we've been saying it nonstop. You can't negotiate with Iran. The leadership is fragmented. The power base is fragmented. They're connivers. I'll be honest with you, doing business with people in the Middle East has never been easy. It's just the nature of who they are. But Iran is the worst. They've gone to the negotiating table. They screwed over Obama, or Obama let them get screwed over. They dealt with Biden and it didn't go well. They've never dealt with any U.S. president and stayed to their commitment. They're just conniving scumbags. And this, I don't know what Donald Trump's reaction was, but he ought to be frigging pissed. Iran just offered a bounty. But I have to do something, George. I forgot I had to set the mood for
I know
us.
you did.
I know, but I got to set it up. All right, now listen. I just want from the ladies out there, would this actually work? And is this true? This I love this comedian. He's been blowing up. He is a funny ass guy. But let me know if this technique would actually work on the ladies out there. Would it work? Because I got to tell you, it looks like magic.
They're going to say no because they see it, but in reality,
Okay.
in real time.
All right,
Yeah,
let me
it
know.
would.
Would this work on you if somebody pulled this move?
Honesty's the best policy, ladies. Just saying.
Oh, okay. I'll have a beer.
I'm not a waitress.
Really? You said young and pretty. I thought you were a waitress.
What kind of beer do you want?
Oh, that was surprising. Hey, what was your name?
Kathy.
Kathy. Great rack.
Oh,
Really great.
Kathy.
That was funny, amazing.
Ladies, would that work? Oh, I thought you were a waitress because you're so young and beautiful.
One says hell no. That's a yes. She's already lying.
And then he goes, and then he adds in, great rack. Oh.
Another one says never. Okay, right. I don't believe you. I'm waiting for the honest lady to say honestly. Listen, I here. I was at like it was like a lounge or something.
All right, George, are you telling me this is you kind of like this?
Hold on.
Do you use a technique like this?
I use a lot of techniques if I need to, but really I don't have to. But
Uh-oh,
so I was walking.
there it
It was
is.
I was out with my it was with my brother-in-law actually, and we're walking by. It was crowded, and there was just a girl wearing it was like a red T-shirt, said lifeguard on it, right?
Mm.
And it just popped in my head. So walking by, I just whispered to her. I said, "If I'm drowning in love, are you gonna save me?" I couldn't get rid of the girl all night. I'm like, I was just saying that just to see your reaction, but so yeah, dumb shit like that works sometimes.
All right. Well, there it is from George Ballantine. You know,
Renee Schwartz.
He's been in the single game for a long time. The Schwartzeronis, I don't know what you guys think. You're here.
Renee
hanging out.
Schwartz. I'd look at him like he had three eyes.
Yeah,
Coco, I'd laugh.
Renee, we appreciate that. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
You got to give it to him how smoothly. That was a funny skit. But anyway, I think that comedian cracks me up. He's a funny guy. And he's blown up. He just had one of the biggest comedy shows. I think he sold more tickets than any comedian ever. And I think that includes Eddie Murphy. Pretty unbelievable.
Huh?
All right. Let's talk about Iran.
What do you mean he sold more tickets than Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, he just did a show where I think he's going to the Book of Guinness because he sold so many tickets to his show.
Mm.
Yeah, he had a huge show. I can't remember the details of it, but I read about it the other day. Rogan was talking about it, how he was blowing up. Okay. Iran just offered a $30,000 bounty if you kill or capture any American troop, and double if a woman does it. So 60 grand if a woman is the one to do it, either pulls the trigger or captures American troops.
Don't
Now-
fall for them honeypots, American soldiers over there now. I'm just saying.
Well, Iran's military is offering cash rewards for anyone who kills or captures an American service member. What do I don't know. I haven't heard a comment from the White House about this yet. George, how do you feel about this? Because when I saw this, it really made me angry. And it made me once again want to be able to, I wish I had, Trump's red phone. Stop trying to negotiate with them. They're terrorists. Treat them like the terrorists they are.
Rock Justice.
Okay, anything else,
Hold on.
DJT? Okay, I got to go. Bye.
Rock Justice. Welcome to the chat and show. It's time to bring on their reign. Yeah, I've been saying that for a while. So if you look at it, I just want to know why this Iranian army chief, Amir Hatami, is still walking around. How come we haven't bombed him and got rid of him like we do all the others? But so actually today ends the 60-day ceasefire. Today's the last day. So even though both sides have been firing anyway when they want to, but it's officially over today. What happens after that? I mean, would you want to negotiate with them again? We haven't 60 days. We got nowhere. We've allowed them to rearm their missiles and whatever drones and stuff they need. I mean, enough's enough. Just finish them off. One says we control the strait. The other one says the blockade's still up. I will say though, gas price by me, like, I don't know, a week ago was like 380 something. Now it's like 360 something. It went down in like 3-4 days, which is interesting. I mean, because if you have full control of the strait, then ships and stuff should be going through, except for Iranian ones, right? You would think that. And oil shouldn't be that high.
Did you know there was a completed plan, and it was done, I don't know, 20 years ago to build a canal, and I can't think of the name of the canal now. They were going to build a canal that would replace or make another route available other than the strait. And
well, they have some pipelines. They do.
Well, this was an actual canal they were going to build. They were going to bring it in from the tip, and it was going to go. And I can't remember the name of the canal, but it was only going to cost, when they first estimated it, was about a $750 million project. They thought make this canal through the desert and make it functional. That didn't include any ports or docks or anything else like that. Just the canal itself.
Let me ask you a question.
Let me finish. They're saying it would be about $2 billion.
Let me ask you a question.
I think the Strait of Hormuz, it's been an ongoing problem. It seems to me like that canal project should have moved forward. And you would think that everybody would have wanted that canal to be built. Not and Iran wouldn't have, but everybody else would have. And it could have been completed. This was a long time ago they actually looked at doing it. And now they're saying to be about $2 billion. It doesn't include any ports. So let's assume with overages it's $3 billion. That doesn't seem like a lot of money to build that canal to me. And it would seem like
How much?
all the out.
How much?
When I looked it all up and I looked for current pricing, they thought that right now it would cost about $2 billion to build.
I
And let's say double. Let's say $4 billion. Let's say $5 billion. I don't care. That number seems incredibly low when you could have so many different countries chip in, and then you wouldn't have to deal with the Strait of Hormuz any longer. And it would really take a big power base away from the Iranians.
Or they could just build pipelines and be faster and quicker. They have some.
But George, you're assuming all freight is oil. There's much more freight that goes through the Strait of Hormuz that isn't just oil. There are all kinds of freight carriers that are carrying all kinds of goods all around the globe. That's the shortcut, is going through the Strait of Hormuz. So it's not just oil we're concerned with. I'm saying, everybody in the audience, I don't know if you can go look this project and type into Google, what was the canal? What was the name?
So hold on. So you're digging a canal through the desert, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you a question. How deep is the sand, you think?
I don't know. No idea.
So digging sand, you would need to shore up each side, because you can't just dig sand. The sand will just keep falling in. That's how loose it is. It's not coming.
Well, the original estimate years ago was
I'm just telling you.
million.
Me as a builder, I know.
No, I'm not arguing with you.
So.
But they already have all the engineering. They already have the whole design done. This project was going full gangbusters, and then I don't really know what stopped it. Then all of a sudden they just didn't bother. Now, I don't know if they couldn't find the funding, but for the U.S., let's face it, the way we waste money, we just need to stop, a handful of foreign fraudsters on Medicare and Medicaid, and you could just funnel that money over there and build that canal. I'm just saying that canal would solve and take away a tremendous amount of power the Iranians have. And for $3, $4, $5 billion, and maybe it takes 5 years to complete, it's like the Panama Canal. Everybody said it couldn't be done. Of course, it was a miserable, brutal build. A lot of people died, malaria, all the rest of it. If you look at the history of the Panama Canal, I know it's a major issue. I'm not suggesting this is any easy thing. You're probably right about the sand, and I don't know, but they already have all the design done. I saw pictures of it. I saw renderings, and they had engineering plans. I mean, this thing is done. I just don't understand why they didn't do it when they could have done it for less money. And now the number doesn't seem that big a number to me. What, you going to tell me they couldn't raise very easily from the Middle East and everywhere else $5 billion? I mean, Donald Trump could probably get the whole thing paid for just by
$5 billion. The Saudis could pay for it. What are you talking about? Qatar, or any of them? It's
agree.
nothing to them.
I'm not. That's exactly what I'm suggesting. I'm not challenging.
I think it'd be more than $5 billion, but whatever.
Well, that's not what AI said, and I can't tell you that's accurate. Maybe it's 10 billion, but those numbers don't sound insurmountable to me. It didn't say trillion.
You said that's without ports, right?
No build out for ports or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm not saying you would need all that, but that all would be private industry, because it would be different companies that would want their own ports along it. They'd want to build it. They'd use their own money, company money, because they'd all want to be part of it. So that wouldn't be the public money. The public money is building the canal itself. And to me, it seems like a no-brainer. Why leave Iran with that kind of power? Why not just shut them down, Donald Trump? For anybody from the administration that's watching the show today, maybe you guys need to drop a bug in his ear. It seems to me like the work's already been done. What I saw looked like complete plans. I mean, engineering and everything. So if I could find it, I'm sure you guys could find it. And why not do it? Why not just tell them, we're going to take care of this right now?
I just came up with a great idea.
Go ahead.
Let's go to the military surplus store, buy like hundreds, thousands of military uniforms. Let's go over there, just grab some fucking Houthi or crazy Afghan, put him in a military uniform, kill him, and say, look, we killed one. Give us our money. We got
30 grand a piece. Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah. I think we'll do it. We'll take a chick with us because we get double, right?
Yeah, we get double. We'll just tell the chick, yeah, she's unbelievable. She killed them all.
What? Best sniper around, man. I'm telling you. Lady,
all
they
right,
call her killer.
You guys tell me, how do you guys feel about them putting a bounty on Americans? And are you like me? I'm done with this shit. I say fuel air bomb them. It's time. Just take out the bridges, take out every bridge, take out every road, take out the Bitcoin, take out the power grid.
Did we seize Carg Island yet? No.
Seize Carg Island, shut the whole damn thing down.
Wait a minute.
We're done. We're never going to negotiate with you again. Get rid of the Khomeini, get rid of the IRGC, and get rid of the Basij.
Lance,
crush them like insects.
I know you're very emotional right now because you forgot one thing you always say is bomb the Bitcoin mining facility. You didn't say that.
I threw it in there with the roads.
You didn't say it.
Right after the roads, I said bomb the Bitcoin mining. I did. Yeah.
All right, let's play this clip from this. I just want to know why this guy's still standing. How come they didn't bomb him yet? He should be ready to go. Bastard.
هر رزمنده عزیزی یک آمریکایی رو بکشد یا دستگیر کنه تحویل بده به هر کدوم از یگانه‌های ارتش جمهوری اسلامی ایران. ما به پشتوانه این عزیزانی که میخواهند در جهاد مالی شرکت کنند اما به ضمانت ارتش در کنار اون اجر عظیم جهاد یک هدیه خوب میدیم. این هدیه معادل $30,000 است، حدود 5 میلیارد تومان.
You know, it'd be great if while he was doing that speech live that the U.S. bombed him.
Yeah.
That'd be fucking great.
Yeah, I think it's time to put a bounty on his head. You know, I mean, you know, maybe regular Americans. Maybe we need to put a bounty on the IRGC's head and the besieged militia's head. Let some of the government contractors, let some of the independents go over there and do whatever they want to do. Why not? I'm sure there's plenty of companies that'd be happy to take 30 to 60 grand a head for IRGC members, for Khomeini members, you know, for the members of the besiege. Well, Donald Trump, you know, is pissed, but he seems to be pissed at Oman right now. He said that he's threatening to bomb Oman if they get in the way of the Strait of Hormuz deal.
Hold on. What Strait of Hormuz deal?
Exactly. I was just about to say
What
that.
Strait of Hormuz deal we got? What are we talking about here? There is no Strait of Hormuz deal. But the Houthis over there in Oman been getting in the way. I don't know. We should just bomb them too. Fuck it. Let Israel do. What's Israel been doing? They haven't been bombing and doing anything lately, huh?
You
They've
know,
been
I
awfully
saw
quiet.
something that
Little
the
fuckers.
dialogue between Netanyahu and Donald Trump is not good. To the point that I heard Donald Trump isn't communicating with Netanyahu right now. I heard that from, and I asked a source, and they told me that it's a strained relationship.
Yeah, because he's pissed because Netanyahu they declined that deal with at the Gaza, the rebuilding thing. Actually, Jared Kushner is on his way there to talk to Netanyahu.
Yeah, Jared Kushner trying to make some more money.
Well, because Israel didn't want to agree to that plan. Everybody else did except for them.
Don't forget, Jared Kushner.
Israel's not going to want to agree to anything. What?
Did the BlackRock guys go to?
No, just
whenever
Kushner.
Jared Kushner's around, the BlackRock guys are close to follow.
I don't know. Let me play the clip.
Now, I asked the president about these parallel talks that are taking place between Iran and Oman about control of the Strait of Hormuz. And the president told Fox News, if Oman gets in the way, we'll bomb the S out of them. We went on to talk about a variety.
Sure. Yeah, I recommend Oman doesn't get in the middle of that deal. If there is a deal, I don't know if there's a deal. I don't know. After threatening U.S. servicemen, I think Donald Trump is a fool to make a deal with them. I wouldn't make a deal. I tell him to pound salt.
What's up, Lousy Larry? Always a pleasure to have you come join us in the chat and the show.
In fact, I'd probably send him this. Me, a Xerox copy. I'd send him a fax.
That's
Me
not very nice.
Yeah. All right. Ron Johnson. I like him.
Before we get to this,
yeah.
Right now, it's funny because TikTok, right?
Yeah.
And one of these shorts that posted like, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm looking right now at the date. 5 days ago, and then I posted another one. I don't know, 4 days ago. About Fauci with this stuff, and they gave me a strike. It's an appeal, right? So I appealed it the same day, 5 days ago. They still haven't come up with a decision. They're having trouble coming up with a decision. I don't know why.
I mean, if Fauci said it, if it's actual information, it's just your news reporting.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
but they
why they're
don't.
I mean, TikTok ought to be ashamed. It's American owned now.
It's
That
the
was
algos, man. It's the algos picking up certain words and stuff.
Yeah.
So you need a
That's
human
the
to
problem
review
with
it.
AI algos. That's the problem with it.
No, you can. No, you can change the algos to not pick up the word, like let's say vaccine or whatever.
It's the way they're building them.
It's the way Chinese TikTok built it. They got to change it.
I don't know, man. Are you sure the American TikTok isn't just going along with it?
Well, they haven't changed it yet, so they are in a sense. But
yeah,
a lot of times, if you appeal it, stuff like that, you'll win. Like for instance, James O'Keefe was saying, "Oh, TikTok took his video down about the Muslim voting, and you could vouch." Depending on how you word things, but I respond to him. I said, "You got to appeal it." But I seen other videos of it up. My video was up of it. So I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're talking about. Appeal it. But if you word it like Like, you have to word it carefully, certain things, certain words.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's it. But
Well,
I'm
I've
not saying
noticed a lot
TikTok
of
is
things.
great.
Has anybody else been struggling with Grok lately? I feel like Grok got like a new liberal update and it pushes back on certain images you want to make. Oh, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do this. Even when it's tongue in cheek and when it's satire, even when it's something you're using for like to cover a news story.
And why don't you go to Grok Imagine?
Yeah,
That's
you're
where.
right. Grok Imagine, you can get it to do it. All right, Senator Ron Johnson just released even more text with Dr. Fauci exposing that a high-ranking vaccine official said first trimester pregnant women were told to avoid COVID vaccination in initial studies due to possible fever and higher rates of miscarriage in first trimester. Amazing. They didn't tell anybody. They covered it up. They acted like it wasn't the case. In fact, they said the opposite. Dr. John Mascola, the then director of the Vaccine Research Center at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, to Fauci, I am corrected on pregnancy studies. Initial studies avoid vaccination in first trimester due to possible fever and higher rates of miscarriages in first trimester. Johnson says even more messages exposed that adverse events were being ignored. So Ron Johnson finds the truth, and Mascola allowed Fauci or assisted Fauci in doing this. How many deaths are they responsible for? It's an important question. And when are we going to reverse these auto pen pardons? When are we going to reverse the installed presidency of Joseph Biden? Because right now, he's got a blanket pardon. He's untouchable, at least at the federal level. Maybe the states are going to make him pay. I hope they do. But it looks like Dr. Mascola, they're going to try to get him to testify, and they're hopeful that he will fully cooperate by talking to us and clarifying what this text means.
I mean,
How do you feel about this, George? More deaths, it looks like they were responsible for. And they knew it, buddy.
I think Senator Ron Johnson and any other of them should just pass his information down to the states, like Florida, the people that are trying to go after Fauci. Because even if they ask Dr. John Mascola, what does this mean? They still can't go after Fauci. The only thing they can go after Fauci is for contempt of Congress for pleading the fifth when he had no right to do so because he had a pardon. That's the only thing they can possibly go after. And actually, what's his name? EAG. Oh my God. What the hell's his name? Attorney General Lance? Todd Blanche.
Todd Blanche
Said he received a referral from about the Fauci about his contempt. So let's see what he does with it. We're gonna see. It's gonna be interesting.
Question is, what's the administration going to do? I know Donald Trump's last word is that he respected Biden's presidential pardons. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I don't respect anything about Joseph Biden. And the truth of the matter is, we know he cheated. We know the entire deep state cheated to install him.
The only way to really fight the pardons, I believe, is you have to prove he didn't win an election and prove
100%.
it illegitimate. Because to prove about the pardons is, even though he used AutoPen, where they're allowed to use AutoPen, they have to prove that he didn't know that whatever that AutoPen was signed, that he didn't know. And he's just going to be like, his state of mind, he can just like, well, I think I did. I don't remember, because he's got cancer spread through his body. He's going to be out. He's not going to, I don't think he's going to survive till next year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think
the whole year of next year.
Rapidly.
Yeah. Let's just hope he's not suffering. I don't want nobody to suffer.
Let's play the clip.
Messages. I'm just going to go through this. Fauci indicated in one message here that after the second dose of the vaccine, it could be, quote, associated with miscarriage in the first trimester. There's also a message from former Surgeon General Vivek Murthy to Fauci in late January 2021, saying he was surprised that the World Health Organization did not recommend the Moderna vaccine for pregnant women. Now, Murthy says that Fauci thought that was a, quote, strong statement to make and worried about how this could undermine confidence in the Moderna vaccine. Now, Fox talked to Ron Johnson, the chair of the subcommittee that asked for these phone records and actually got a hold of the phone that Fauci used at HHS. Listen.
I mean, here's another part. There's another one that Senator Ron Johnson exposed. This is Dr. Woodcock emailed Fauci about personally receiving reports of patients experiencing hard to classify adverse events. I don't know why they'd be hard to classify, but whatever. No one takes them seriously. No one knows how to treat them. And there is no effort to study this. Fauci seemed actually reluctant to respond to her, but felt he couldn't ignore her. This is what Johnson said. So, I mean, hard to classify adverse events. Meanwhile, they didn't tell us, just kept it from people. And these same stupid liberals that I see on social media still defending Fauci, all because Trump. And I keep telling them, this has nothing to do with Trump, you retard. This is about being lied to, the American public being lied to, critical medical information being held from the American public. And that American public consists of liberals, conservatives, fucking independents, everybody. But they just can't get it through their freaking thick heads. It's just Trump. That's how dumb they are. Or they just don't want to admit they got hoodwinked. I don't know.
No doubt.
People are just still...
Well,
I don't understand.
Looks like we're ready for a break, George. You want to take the break?
I don't know. I guess.
All right, we're going to take a
Any more
short break
Fauci?
here on the Big Mig Show. We're on the break. Take the live link, share it high and low. Tell all your friends and family to join us. Tell all your social media followers to get over here, get in the chat, enjoy the show. We got lots to cover. Man, this is quite the catch.
Imagine you're standing in a lake fishing, Lance, and all of a sudden something's biting the shit out of your leg.
An 8-year-old catches maybe the biggest catch of his life. I'm going to tell you the story when we come back. Bass fishing, and he gets a surprise.
That's a big surprise.
We'll be right back with George Valentine, Lance Migliaccio. Oh, yeah. Tip of the spear.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on earth, these canine units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.
welcome back to the Big Mig Show. Here we your hosts, Lance Migliaccio, George Ballantine, and look at the shirt. I never argue. Never argue. I just explain to people why I'm right. I don't have to argue. Explaining gets a long way. Big Mig Mafia in the chat. If you're out there listening or watching, if you can join the chat, come join the chat. I'll give you a shout out. Lousy Larry's in there. Lousy Larry, thank you so much for your $10 donation in the chat. Much appreciated. We appreciate you. So shout out to Lousy Larry right there. But come join the chat. I'll give you guys a shout out. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, the like button, the follow, subscribe. You can subscribe $5 a month. We truly appreciate it. We need to build up our subscribers because overhead, everything that costs money to run the show. But most importantly, your support and love is mostly wanted too. We'll take that. Look at Lance. He's looking all stern, like sitting there with his glasses. You can't see his eyes. I know. I'm just messing with you. Anyways.
I was looking at a story in your backyard.
So imagine you're fishing in a lake, right? And some people, kids, well, you can stand in a lake fishing, right? You're in your shorts. This kid, this is in Philadelphia. No, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania. What?
He's fishing for bass.
Yeah. Bass, whatever. Fishing for bass in a lake, this little 8-year-old. And guess what he catches? A piranha. What? A piranha. So some idiot must have released it into the lake instead of just either flushing down the toilet and killing it. Oh, let me release a piranha. Hopefully he didn't release a male and female because then you'd have a lot of piranhas and then you have really problems.
You know, you wouldn't think the temperature in a Philly area lake, because this is a tropical fish. I mean, it comes from the Amazon River Basin, you know. But I guess it was thriving. I don't know if because it's warm, because it's summer. I don't know when it was released. They don't know anything about it, but shocker, you know, they didn't release it. They ended up euthanizing the fish. But, they disposed of it humanely. That's what they said. I wonder if it's at their house in a fish tank.
Maybe they did whoever released it in the beginning of the summer or whatever. And, but like it is, I don't know how it would survive in the winter.
I'm kind of surprised that this hasn't happened where somebody released a bunch of piranha like into the Florida Everglades. I'm just kind of surprised. I mean, a lot of other stuff has gotten released out of Florida, the python issue they have and the iguanas and a lot of other stuff. People have pets.
Big money in catching the pythons in Florida, though.
Yeah. They pay you a lot to find them. They're not easy, I guess, though. When you go out and try to find them, they're pretty good at hiding.
I was just watching a thing. They have, so at one point they were putting a rabbit in a cage. The rabbit was protected. The snake couldn't get to him, but it would jump around from fear and put their hormones out. And snakes would come, and then there would be an alert from a camera, and they send a person to get the snake. But people deemed it, not right for the rabbits. Whatever. Okay. So they built a robot rabbit where it puts off a heat signature. It will move around a little bit, and it puts off those fear hormones. They've been using that, but they're expensive. But yeah,
interesting. Well, piranha. So if you're in Philadelphia and you're going swimming, you might want to find out where this lake's at, because there's no guarantee that they only released one. Red belly piranhas are a schooling fish, and they normally run in schools. Doesn't mean there's a school of them, but like George said, if they released a male and a female, well, you never know. All right. Ukraine, man, just launched one of the largest attacks of the war. 6 people killed, hundreds and hundreds of drone strikes inside Russia. This was Sunday. Killed at least 6 people in one of Kiev's largest aerial attacks. And they're stepping up their attacks. Of course, they've been very successful with their drone warfare. But they're going after the military industries and energy facilities. And I guess the wild berries depots, that was one of the things they pummeled, burning billions of dollars worth of merchandise belonging to the Russian online retail giant. So I guess Wild Berries warehouse got attacked. I'm not sure what the benefit of that was, but they're trying to bring the war home to the Russian public. Now, the Russian ministry said they destroyed 822 drones. 600 drones were detected headed towards Russia. And I guess it ended up being a bigger number than that. So this is a big thing. It's an escalation. I don't know what what the escalation was going to go beyond it. And I guess Russian missiles have already struck the Kryvyi Rih, I guess it's pronounced, killed 2 people and wounded 14 others. Zelensky wrote on social media Sunday, he also said that 1 more person had been killed in the city of Sumy. So, it's ramping up. I don't see any end. George, you hear anything? Is there any end in the near term future for this battle between Russia and Ukraine? It doesn't seem like it.
You think Russia's now going to do some kind of attack? They're not going to just sit idly by and let all that happen. I mean, I look at that. They say all these superpowers, including us, we're a superpower, but then they say a lot of our ammunitions were depleted with just Iran. If that's the case. I mean, I don't think it's a case with us. I think we have, I don't think. I know we have weapons that we haven't used. I mean, great time to test them on Iran. But you think Russia's struggling with Ukraine right there? What the hell is Ukraine compared to Russia? Military-wise, I mean, manpower-wise, not much. But meanwhile, here we are. Shit, just dropped something. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you think Putin would just want to end this and finish it? Fucking bomb the sham, get it over with. But I don't know.
You would think.
You would think, right? All right, Lance, I got to give some people in the chat. I got to give a shout out because I told them I would. Where are you? Justice for all. What's up? Good morning. Better late than never, as you say. And then Rock Justice said he has that saying on his avatar, saying on my shirt. But welcome to the show and chat. Rock Justice. Take some rocks and give people some justice. I like that. Stone their asses to death. All right, let's go. Ukraine. We'll see if they survive. How many years is going on? 4 or 5 years now? Is that what it is, Lance? 4 or 5 years?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got crazy liberals are at it again. But you know what? At least they're talking about it because now you know what you can expect from them. So I don't know, take it for what you will. But you have this moderate Kentucky governor, Andy Beshear. He's calling for abolishing the electoral college. Straight up. He's just saying it. Okay. At least we know what you stand for. But there's a lot of these liberals now coming out talking all this crazy crap, and they just want to erase history. They want to erase history and change it for their own narratives. Why? To control everybody. He's a so-called moderate. He ain't no moderate if he wants to get rid of electoral college. Because why? Because our founding fathers put that in there. If he's saying that, they're going to want to get rid of the Constitution. Imagine if they wrote their own Constitution, what would it be?
Oh my God, we'd be screwed.
I mean,
it would be ugly.
I have a clip. Like it's crazy what these liberals are doing.
I got to hear this because this guy, the rambling of this guy is just ridiculous.
But at least you know what you're facing.
Yeah. So fix the darn government constitutional amendment. It is time. It should outlaw partisan redistricting and enshrine part of the Voting Rights Act right there in the Constitution. It should create term limits for Congress and the Supreme Court. No more gaming those appointments. It should also overturn Citizens United and I think call for direct elections of the president and the vice president. That could actually make things work. A big idea that would, yes, change government, but in a way enshrined in the Constitution where people would know it's going to get better.
I didn't realize you support abolishing the Electoral College. If you're saying direct election of the president and vice president.
Yeah, I've said it a number of times, and it's because in Kentucky, we will never see a candidate for president or vice president unless they're from here. Why? Because people just expect that it'll go one way or the other. It's the idea that someone would get elected not just knowing about 7 states, but having to earn votes all over the United States. I certainly think it's time.
You know what, Lance? Kentucky. I
Doesn't sound that crazy.
I thought Kentucky was like a lot more red state. But here they got a blue governor.
Yeah.
I mean,
what's going on with crazy Peggy Flanagan, George? What's up here?
Oh my God, crazy is a nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Crazy. This bitch is out of control. Here's another one, another lib. Peggy Flanagan. She's of course, Minnesota Democrat, right? She's running for the Senate. And this woman cheered the destruction of Christopher Columbus statue by the leftist mob. This bitch was cheering it. actually like wants to get rid of Christopher Columbus. Why do we even bring it up and talk about it? What? Saying that people should feel welcome. They do feel welcome. Why do they want to take Christopher Columbus away? Once again, they want to take away the narrative. Remember when they started taking all those statues down? Now Trump started putting them back up.
Erase history, you know, it's just
They want to take the statues down and you want to put fucking statues of George Floyd up. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Criminal, crackhead, drug addict, George Floyd. Yeah. Yep.
George Floyd.
Let's play this clip.
Please.
I am not sad that it's gone. Columbus' legacy was setting in motion generations of violence, rape, and genocide against indigenous people who are already here when he arrived. We have this myth of a man that Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1492. And now my daughter knows Columbus as the man who got lost and hurt people. Placing a statue of a historical figure on the Minnesota State Capitol confers an honor to their legacy. There is no honor in the legacy of Christopher Columbus. To remove a statue or choose not to place one there in the first place is not an erasure of history, but a reckoning with it. I'm not gonna perform for folks. I'm not gonna feign sadness. I will not shed a tear over the loss of a statue.
I'm not going to shed a tear by you losing, and we need to re-educate your daughter because you're indoctrinating her or whatever dumb shit you guys are teaching. That's why they don't want to teach history in school, people. They don't want the kids to learn the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. That would educate them on their rights, right? And their freedoms. No, they just want to take it away. God forbid you stand for the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States.
For anybody that's not paying attention to the Democratic National Committee, boy, you should be.
At least they're saying it, though.
I mean, it's incredible when they make something a mainstream policy. They do this. So the Democratic National Committee, what I'm talking about, has formally backed a resolution calling for the abolition of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, better known as NICE. So I guess the DNC members approved the measure Saturday during their party's summer meeting in Austin, Texas, calling on congressional Democrats to pass legislation eliminating ICE and winding down the federal immigration detention system. Well, of course they want to. They can't afford to lose those votes that they want to use to cheat. I mean, when you look at the cost to the American public and to our infrastructure, what this invasion is costing us now, then it is just literally hundreds of billions of dollars. And
Lance, I got to take
services that they shouldn't be using. They're not American citizens. They didn't pay into the system. They didn't come here legally. And now they're calling for this resolution to withhold the Department of Homeland Security. The administration ends a series of enforcement practices, including workplace raids, large-scale roundups, and arrests at courthouses and ICE check-ins. I mean, who are these friggin' people? What kind of stupidity is this coming out of the DNC? And why would anybody support this kind of initiative? I mean, this is a formal endorsement by the DNC. Now, it doesn't necessarily amend the Democrat Party's official national platform yet. George, and I'd like to hear from the audience. Tell me, you guys in the chat. I mean, is this not just insanity that they want to get with? And by the way, I think ICE and DHS are two of the departments that are running as smooth as any government department could run. They're doing as good a job as they possibly could. Tom Homan's amazing. I'd like to give him a friggin' hug. No homo. Even though I don't think Tom Homan's a hugger. I don't think he's a hugger.
He might be.
I don't know, man. He doesn't seem like a hugger to me, but I would try to give him one. I got to tell you.
I bet you Tom Homan's a teddy bear. He's got that tough guy, thing.
You think so? Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think, George? What do you think of this?
I mean, at least they're admitting it, right? So if you didn't have all those crazy protesters that were paid protesters with ICE, it wouldn't seem as bad as it was. But you ain't hearing anything as of since Minnesota's pretty much all that crap and Little and Delaney, all in Newark. But they're still doing their detentions and stuff, picking up illegals. I'm guessing they're going to ramp up efforts. What are we in August? Probably late September and October for the midterms. But don't forget, the DNC has like barely no money. They're hurting. But you have these private billionaires that are funding it, like, you know, what's his name in China and Soros and them.
Yeah.
How come anything hasn't happened to them yet? We talked about all these stories coming up that they're looking into them. Nothing.
Well, Obama Light appears to be cagey about his answer. I'm talking about Hakeem Jeffries. Is it just me when I see Hakeem Jeffries' ears sticking out like that? I just want to slap him right on the side of the head, right in one of those ears. Am I the only one that feels like that whenever you see he's got these droopy kind of eyes, and there's just something about him that looks really like power slappable. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. He dodged this. He was asked if he would vote to abolish ICE if the Democrats take control of the House. Would you bring a vote to abolish ICE to the House? And here's his answer. Clearly, ICE is completely and totally out of control. What a bunch of bullshit. It's a tough job, Hakeem. You wouldn't have the balls to do it. I'd like to see you run around with ICE for like 4 weeks, really doing the job, and wait till one of these illegal immigrants comes at you, attacks you, or one of these other loony leftists wants to drive over you with the car. I wonder what you would do then, old Hakeem. But he wouldn't have the balls to do it. He's that kind of guy. He's a congressional coward. All right, let's play the clip.
ICE. If Democrats win back the House, if you become Speaker, would you bring a vote to abolish ICE to the House floor?
Well, here's what I believe unites Democrats in terms of dealing with the situation that we confront in this country. First, we need a safe, secure, and strong border. We also need to proceed under the principle that immigration enforcement in this country should be fair, just, and humane. And clearly, ICE is completely and totally out of control, which is why Democrats in this Congress haven't given Donald Trump's violent mass deportation machine a dime.
I just want to know, where was we need a safe, secure, and closed border when Biden was president? That's a shit. He's just telling you what you just want to hear. Yeah. And he's doing that in a sense because he knows he's going to have problem getting the vote from if the DSA people, and if they do win the House back, for him to be Speaker.
No doubt.
I don't think he's going to be voting as Speaker. I don't know who else would be, but I think it's going to be interesting. But look, sometimes, you know what? Sometimes good men have to do bad things. And it almost seems like we're getting there. Just saying.
Well, this is interesting news only because it's the largest outbreak ever.
Who cares?
Ebola.
Fucking carpet bomb the whole area. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Congo is a tough place. There's no doubt. It's a rough place. But they've never seen an outbreak this big. I guess at least 2,325 people, and that's at least. They think that's much higher, have died from Ebola. Another 5,000 cases have been confirmed. And that was in 3 months. So they think the death rate might even be higher because some of the deaths might not have been reported because, of course, the Congo's got some fairly remote areas. But it's spreading like crazy, and they've got no real approved vaccine or treatment. So it's one of those things, just an odd thing. Of course, whenever I see pandemics in other parts of the world, I always wonder who's behind it. What's going on, really?
Carpet bomb.
Yeah.
Carpet
Tell me about the Chinese camera here, George.
Well, you know, anything with CCP in it shouldn't be trusted. But there's a new report about Chinese cameras using naval assets that secretly sent data to the communist country. This is coming from the British Royal Navy, saying the drones they use for transmitting information to China. And these cameras on the K3 spy drones contain Chinese-made components that they're saying use to send data. Okay, well, you shouldn't be using any Chinese-made components.
Yeah.
There you go. I hope we're not using them. They're saying
it's tricky, you know. I mean, you have to look at every component and every item. And of course, we've heard lots of different things. DJI, Osmot, you know, they've had problems with their cameras. We've heard about communication devices in Roomba vacuums, in anything that has Bluetooth. You know, there's a lot of concerns about this, and this is what happens when you outsource your industry like we did to China.
So they're saying, so Kraken Technology Group, of course, representative denied it.
Yeah,
and
of course, why would they?
Then they say, we're aware that some third-party NDAA compliant cameras had a small number of components originating from outside the UK. That's what the rep said. But they said after a full audit by both Kraken and the Royal Navy, we are confident no sensitive information has ever been shared outside of the intended channels, and any potential vulnerabilities have been identified and closed, the rep said. They feel confident. They feel confident, but they can't say for 100% certainty. That's the difference, how they get around it. Because they don't want to look like idiots and say, oh, yeah, some got out, but we neutralized it now. All right, I mean, you neutralized it now, great, but I don't know. This is why we need more factories here building our own stuff, not relying on China.
Yep.
It was
Except the
China.
costs here are so prohibitively expensive. I can't imagine what that would do. To
I'm
the
still
price
waiting
of
for
the
China to pay us for the COVID lab leak in Wuhan.
Yeah,
I think we should just.
How many trillions do they owe us?
I should. Well, you know what? Whatever debt that we owe to China, I'd say tell China, you know what? It's going to zero. We don't owe you nothing. That's compensation you're paying us. Tough.
I got to ask this, George. I saw an interesting story.
Yeah, ask
I guess
away.
they're dredging on the New Jersey shore. They're doing some dredging. And I guess this dredging is kind of loosened up. Some guy just found a 4-inch megalodon tooth.
A kid and a father, yeah.
Yeah, pretty unusual find. But, and, you know, I don't know about that one. You never know about condition, about chips and whatever. But I guess it's worth about $500.
I seen it on the news, the condition. It looks pretty good to me. No, it didn't look like any chips or anything in it.
But I guess they're dredging. Are you aware of any dredging going on there? Is there any areas you know that they're doing that? Because I could tell people that they should be going there combing the beaches. You never know what'll turn up.
Well, I'm like where I live. I'm an hour away from, or 45 minutes to an hour away from the nearest part of the Jersey, any shore.
You want to hear an interesting story out of Florida?
Uh-oh.
Yeah, a guy that was an expert on currents. He was studying the currents in around this area. He lived in Florida. And I guess he figured out where the currents were most likely going to bring bales of cocaine that had been thrown overboard by cartels. And he got convicted because he was picking up the bales, and of course then he was selling the coke.
Wow.
But he never imported it. He would just find it on the beach, and then he was selling it. But he knew to check the currents, and when the currents would change or there was a storm, he knew it was a good time to make sure he was paying attention to what was going on down there.
That's
and
smart.
He was recovering bales of cocaine.
So if you
Just got convicted by the DOJ.
Okay, people in the chat, if you're out on the beach and you find, I don't know, some bales of cash, are you calling the cops, or are you just taking that cash, you put your beach towel around it and just go home?
I'm not calling the cops.
Fuck no. But I wonder though, for the people that do, because people have found cash, if no one claims it, do they release it to that person?
I don't know.
I wonder what the
I
deal
don't know
is.
the law on it. But I don't feel like I could trust law enforcement in most situations to do the right thing with that. So I'm gonna just try to.
What do you mean the right thing? What are you saying the right thing?
That you'd end up with the cash, even if the law said that if it's not recovered. I just feel like they'd use some loophole. So I'm going to say this to the audience: grab that shit,
Lance,
throw a beach
wait.
towel on, and run out of there.
Robbie Sunshine goes, what cash?
Yeah, exactly. What cash? Exactly, Robbie. No. This is my cooler. I just like to keep a towel on it when I'm carrying it from the beach.
What cash?
Yeah.
You ain't getting my cash.
Yeah. So, studying the currents, you might be able to figure out where the bales of cash go on, but I recommend not picking up the bales of cocaine.
So he was selling the coke and got caught selling the coke.
Yeah, he got caught selling the coke is what happened.
Yeah.
I guess, of course he had a zero cost basis, so that was pretty profitable for him. Zero cost basis cocaine can make you a very profitable seller of cocaine.
Where was it? Where did this happen?
Put it on sale if you want.
Where in Florida?
I don't remember the city now. I just saw the story and I thought it was a funny story. It kind of cracked me. And not laughing at the guy going to jail. I was laughing at the genius of studying the currents. The guy figured out what the most likely route would be if they were dumping cocaine offshore, how it would come into the beach.
If you're on the beach, right? Well, let's just say a bail comes in and it's cash, not drugs, and you want to take it. If there's some idiot on the beach, they're going to call the authorities. Oh, there's something came in. Somebody's got it. They'll just.
I try to scoot out of there.
Well, I'm out.
Scoot on out of there. Take the cash. Enjoy your life.
You know what I might do? I might open up a little bundle like that and just toss it up in the air, let everybody go running so I can go on my skate.
Yeah, so you can use it as this.
Diversion, baby. You need a diversion tactic.
I like it. All right. Well, we're telling you on this show, take the cash and run. All right. Well, that's it for the Big Mig Show today. We love you guys. We'll be here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard. Don't forget, take the short form, take the long form, repost the content. We love you guys. We appreciate you. Of course, tip of the spear, baby. We want you to be the same. Stay frosty. George, my last words, my bro.
Y'all have a blessed day. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
What if you could predict your financial future? And what if you could trade on it? Introducing Block Trust IRA, the future in your hands. An astonishing 88,000 millionaires were created last year from the Bitcoin boom, and you could be next. Block Trust IRA is the only crypto management firm powered by AI-driven strategies, ranked #1 in the world by Bitcoin Magazine. The Block Trust IRA platform is built for everyone, from first-time buyers to seasoned investors. Predictive AI technology that was once only reserved for insiders and elites is now available to you. It's time to leave the old buy and hold strategies behind. Your assets are protected with military-grade security, offline cold storage, and $200 million in insurance. Visit BlockTrustIRA.com to book your free consultation and ask how to claim up to $2,500 in deposit bonuses today. Bitcoin changed the game. AI changes the strategy.
In a world of uncertainty, be prepared with Silver Prepper Bars, your ultimate hedge against political instability and economic turmoil. Introducing the Silver Prepper Bar, crafted from 0.999 pure silver and proudly made in the USA. This tangible, divisible asset can come in handy even in the toughest of times. Portable, perforated, and easily tradable, the Silver Prepper Bar is your lifeline in times of crisis. When facing inflation, currency devaluation, and financial meltdown, Silver Prepper Bars provide peace of mind. Don't wait for disaster to strike. Secure your future today with the exclusive Silver Prepper Bar, the only silver bar on the market divisible into 3 different size pieces for maximum utility, all while fitting in your wallet. Don't leave your future to chance. Order your Silver Prepper Bars now at prepperbar.com. Silver Prepper Bars, ready for whatever tomorrow brings. Order now.
Forged through rigorous training and honed by the finest instructors on earth, these K9 units serve beside our nation's warriors as they fight to preserve what we cherish. When these warriors complete their duty, the Warrior Dog Foundation provides them with a home deserving of the service they've given us all. At our state-of-the-art kennels, they receive rehabilitation and care suitable for heroes, because that's what they are. Be a part of giving them a future today. Visit warriordogfoundation.org.